Hi guys, it's Luie and Vinnie. We're here today. We have some movies to discuss. We're going to be ranking them on a list. There's a good amount here that we haven't seen, as you can see here, over 50 that were in this list. Probably half of the overall movies that they had on here. But the rest we can definitely talk about. We're gonna rank them as we go. So let's go ahead and get started. So I guess we'll start from the top here.
Yeah. So that's The Fifth Element right there. I think it's a phenomenal movie. I don't know what you think.
I've seen it a long time ago. It's a little bit blurry, so the details are kind of scattered.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those movies for me that every time it's on TV, I just automatically watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a great storyline. And Bruce Willis is a great actor. And,
Absolutely.
You know,
Phenomenal actor.
yeah, absolutely, and very sci-fi, and not too over the top.
Okay.
And I feel like Chris Tucker was great in it. So
I love Chris Tucker so much.
yeah,
So, where on this list would you put this?
I would put that as excellent.
That's excellent. All right, got our first excellent.
Yeah.
Now we have A Star Is Born. This is another one I haven't seen. I've been meaning to watch this. I want to watch this movie so bad, but I can't speak on it.
Yeah, and I saw it. The first time I saw it was on a plane. I was going to El Paso, and man, I thought Lady Gaga did terrific in it,
Mhm.
and Bradley Cooper also. I didn't know that man could sing like that. And
I've heard the music. It's
yeah,
so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Great storyline, and it was different. I feel like it's different for our time. You know, it was just I feel like it's very unique. So yeah, that was a good one.
All right. So, would you say it was excellent? Would you say it's very good, good, or the best?
I would say it's excellent.
Because now we have a movie you can compare it to, right?
Yeah.
Like, was it as good as this?
No, I feel like they're equal, just completely.
Just in their own way?
Yeah, just in their own way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if they're equal, then yeah, we can put them next to each other.
Yeah.
And excellent, that works. Alien. I fucking love this movie so much.
Yeah, it is a great movie.
It is one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
Absolutely, yeah. It's what I love about it. It's not just horror; it's also another sci-fi movie. You know, and man, like it's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely a classic.
Yeah, and everyone just the acting, the cast is just so.
It was Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney
right?
Weaver,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man.
And even the supporting actors were all very good.
Yeah, I agree.
And for its time, like, man, it shot it out of the park. I feel like.
And I love how they tied it into I think the Predator movies now.
Mm-hmm. They did.
And then they had Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
So like I like the way
they were able to build off that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I am perfectly fine with it being up there.
Yeah.
American History X. Another movie that has a special place in my heart. It's a little it's violent. It's kind of it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
But if you can get past all of that, there's a lot to love about this movie.
Oh yeah, and it's very it's very I want to say it helps you understand a lot, especially for back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's very mind opening, like if that's the right word for it. And
yeah, I agree.
I feel like it was a movie that had to come out in the 90s for a lot of things that were going on that were not talked about as much as they are today.
Yeah, super controversial for the time.
Yeah.
But I think it did a lot of good.
Yeah, and it was very, very. It was the kind of movie that kept you engaged in it. You know.
It did, yeah.
And God, it was terrific. I love that movie. By far, has to go up on the best.
The best.
Yeah.
I'm down, man. No complaints here.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch it, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
So this one I haven't seen.
This one was great.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. American Sniper. It's, man, very impactful.
I've heard about the guy it was based on. I've heard like his story.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrific. And it's sad, that he, achieved so much for. He was a hero, and then he comes back and he, from Iraq and continues to be a hero and continues to try to help other veterans. And not everybody, once you go through those kind of things, you don't come back the same. And it's unfortunate.
That's sad.
Yeah, but absolutely.
But great movie.
Great movie.
All right.
I want to go with excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is gonna be down here, honestly, because there's a lot of good moves on this list.
Yeah, very good movies.
That's why I didn't put a bad, because none of them are bad,
Yeah.
at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
What we have that I have seen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. This movie is awesome, and The Big Lebowski, bro. Like, I mean, they even have like I believe like a religion or a what is it?
They do, yeah. Is it
The
Dudism?
Dudism, yeah.
Dudism, yeah.
I think that's so awesome. Great movie. My favorite part of that movie was when he was at that guy's house. I forgot who he was. It's been a little while since I've seen this movie, but he was trying to figure something out, so he started scribbling on the notepad. It was just one big dick, and, and then he ends up passing out. That was like one of my favorite parts.
It's so good. It's so quotable.
Yeah.
There's so many memes on it. I don't know if you've seen the video of I think it's like a pastor giving a baby a baptism, as it's playing the audio from the scene where he's forcing his head into the toilet.
Yeah.
It is so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Where's the money, Lebowski? You want that money, Lebowski? Bunny says you're good for it. Where's the fucking money, shithead?
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Yes. Gotta give me that money.
And but I thought that was awesome. That movie's. But how come like they're all about bowling, but throughout the movie they never bowl?
No, they don't. I don't know. Maybe
Classic.
part of the charm of it.
I want to go with the best, man.
The best?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
I mean,
gonna
just
argue
because like
against it.
you could literally quote that movie at least 10 times in a day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is. It's so quotable.
Yeah.
Super quotable.
Blair Witch.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen this one, but I remember it made an impact on me just because of like the cinematography of like having like they have the camera in their hand and they're recording it like documentary style
Yeah.
kind of. That was unique as shit.
It was.
At least for me. I haven't seen anything like previously to that.
Well,
where they had that
especially back when we were growing up, like and it was a movie for its own time. Like, I mean, a lot of people believe that really happened. Like,
That's true. Yeah.
And I thought it was great, and I loved how the Scary Movie was like.
Yeah, how they used it as some of their the jokes and stuff.
Yeah, and like there were snot coming out of their nose. I thought that was hilarious too. But it was that's another classic. That's like
It is classic for sure.
So that was a great movie. So I think that one should go in very good.
Very good. I was gonna say very good for that one,
Yeah.
so I'm in agreement with you there.
Yeah. All right. Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Yes, sir. Phenomenal movie, historical.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might not be a great guy, but I'm sorry, great actor.
Great actor. Yeah. So caveat. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a great person.
No, I know we both have the same opinion about that.
Mhm.
And that's controversial in itself. Everybody has their opinion.
Absolutely.
We're not getting into politics or anything like that. But phenomenal movie. Great actors in that movie as well.
I agree. It's got to be at least excellent.
Yeah, and even the whole that's such man, like it's very that movie. You watch that movie and you just get a sense of, even though I'm not Scottish, you get a sense of pride.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. The
It's
camaraderie is very like tangible.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel it
Yeah, absolutely.
So they did an amazing job with that.
Yeah, the resiliency of William Wallace was just, you know.
So I would put it at least here. I don't know if you have any thoughts on.
I want to say maybe it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with excellent.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's very close to being one of the best because that's another movie I'll watch every single time it's on TV. I don't care how long the movie is, you know. So yeah.
I agree, but we also have to reserve this for
The
best.
best, absolutely.
The very
There has to
best.
be a standard, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we got to keep our standards.
Yeah.
And again, we're gonna try and like compare these against you know, the other ones in here, so that we have
Yeah.
a good ranking going on.
Yeah.
Creed. So I haven't seen this in a long time.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. You know, and it's very motivational, like all the Rocky movies.
Mhm.
It's one of those. I mean, I don't think it's better than the Rocky movies though,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
because you know, Rocky is one of those movies that every time you watch it, you just want to box. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
true. you're there with him and you're
Yeah,
cheering him on,
yeah,
and you
and
want
then-
to jump in the ring.
Yeah, and then after you watch it, like, you know what? I'm gonna go hit the bag. You know, like it's good. But
That's true.
Yeah, so it's very motivational in itself as well, and you know, I think it's good. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's definitely got a story to tell for
Yeah.
sure. So what do you think about where this should go?
I think it should go good.
I was thinking good too.
Yeah.
This will be our first good.
Yeah.
Because again,
You can't. It's going off of a Rocky movie, and you can't. In my opinion, some movies just can't be remade or be. You know, you can't compete with them.
I agree. Yeah. And spin-offs, unfortunately, a lot of the time are those types of movies where it's just like, hey, we had this awesome idea before, let's do it again.
Yeah.
But with different people, different story, and sometimes it works, a lot of times it
Yeah,
doesn't.
like for instance, like Ghostbusters.
Mhm.
I think that's
true.
you
Yeah,
know,
great example.
yeah, good example. Like you can't. That's just a classic. Ghostbusters, like with Bill Murray. You
Yeah,
know.
Rick Moranis. Like you can't beat the originals.
No, and the '80s were a time of their own.
Yes.
Period.
Absolutely.
And the '90s too.
They really were.
So yeah.
There's something special.
All right, so the Batmans. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
These are a little. Oh no, I guess they are. Well, now they're in order.
Yeah.
Batman Begins. I don't know if I actually saw Batman Begins.
I know I saw
That
it.
was the first Christian Bale Batman movie, right?
Man, you know what? I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna have to put that in the haven't seen because I,
Okay,
you know,
because it's not really
coming
comedy
registering.
either.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you've seen The Dark Knight.
Yeah, great movie. One of the best
It's-
Batmans.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much to love about it, man. Like, it has a great story. All the main actors are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger
Oh, man.
blows it out of the
Yeah.
fucking park.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just man, it was terrific, and that's another movie you can constantly quote, like just because of the
Honestly,
Joker.
Yeah,
Because-
all the Joker.
Yeah, all the Jokers.
All
so
of his quotes. That improv scene of him blowing up the hospital, when he's hitting the button, it was supposed to go off the first time he hit the button, and he just ad-libs it throughout, and just makes it even better.
Yeah.
Like, that scene is so... Once I found that out, it just elevated it even more for me. I'm like, this... He was able to act that way, like, oh, this piece of shit, and, like, just throws it.
Man, terrific movie. I want to go with it's probably the best.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm like in between here, but I kind of want to put it here,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
I agree with you.
Because I love that movie. The Dark Knight Rises, also very good. I don't know if it was quite as good as The Dark Knight.
No, I don't think it was.
Just because, so Bane was a great villain. I don't think he was as good, and then the story.
The story was good, but I don't feel it was as good as the Dark
It
Knight.
was missing something for me. It was good. I enjoyed the story. It just, I don't know, there was something, I was wanting more from it.
Yeah.
I can't really put it into words, but I don't think it was as good. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean,
So I'm thinking maybe,
I think very good is a good spot.
I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So this
Here's a big one.
yeah, and you know, Man, you're gonna kill me for this one, but I actually have never seen this movie fully through.
Oh no?
Just bits and pieces. And there's such a controversy that I have to watch this movie because of this controversy that is it a Christmas movie or not?
I think it's a Christmas movie, but yeah, that's a huge debate.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes place during Christmas. I get that people don't think it's a Christmas movie because there's a lot going on, right? Like it doesn't that's not the focus.
Yeah.
And usually with Christmas movies, the focus is more like Christmas is tied into the story more.
Right.
So I get where those people are coming from. Regardless, it is fucking fantastic. Whether or not you think it's a Christmas movie, it's a damn good movie.
Oh yeah. Well, I have to watch it. You know?
It is the I don't want to say the standard for which like action movies should try to live up to, but it's one of the best in my opinion.
Yeah, I keep hearing that, and you know the scenes that I have actually watched they're terrific.
Mhm.
So you know you're gonna have to rate this one because
Okay.
it would be unjust if I did.
Yeah, and we're gonna come across some that you're gonna have to do that for sure.
Yeah.
But if it were me, we're putting a lot up here. I'm gonna put it up here for now. This might change, but
Okay.
as far as action movies go, man, it's a must see. Absolutely a must
Yeah.
see.
Bruce Willis is another, like we said before, phenomenal
Just
actor.
yeah, when he's on his game, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's on his game.
Yeah. All right.
So here's one that I haven't seen.
You haven't seen Django?
I haven't seen Django.
Bro. Oh my goodness.
I haven't. I saw the trailer and it looked really good, and I never watched it. I don't know why.
Man, Django. Oh man, absolutely terrific. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jamie Foxx. Bro, it was just this is another. This one is definitely gonna go down in history of
Really?
man, just absolutely terrific. I'm gonna have to rate that one as excellent. I want to say the best, but not like you said, that might change. You know,
Yeah, this is subject to change.
it has to be because I mean, God, man, there's so many good scenes in that movie, and it's different, absolutely different.
Mhm.
It's a different kind of movie.
Is it?
Yeah. You know, it's in a category of its own. I feel.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to rate this one, man, because I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one of the Avengers.
Which one is this?
Uh,
So, here's something crazy. I've only seen one of the Avengers movies, and I doubt it was that one.
yeah. So that's gonna have to go in the haven't seen.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we forgot one. We probably forgot multiple, but
Yeah. There was a
There you
lot
go.
on there. Like
honestly, yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at how many there are.
Yeah.
So many movies, over 100, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some of these are I believe are foreign movies.
Yeah, a lot of them were. A lot of them in this list, because, yeah, I mean, why would I see OSS 117 or its sequel?
Yeah.
How about E.T.?
E.T.
Classic.
Very very
Classic Spielberg.
Yeah, and Drew Barrymore was like what like I want to say a toddler,
A
3
kid,
or 4 or
yeah,
5 years
like-
old. God, that was
A
just
child, yeah.
a terrific movie, especially for its time. You know, very nostalgic. It's just a feel-good movie.
Yeah, it really was a feel-good movie.
Yeah.
Like, you left... I imagine the people that saw it in theaters walked out being like, yeah...
Yeah, it's
let-
very fulfilling.
Let's go eat a family dinner and just have a good time.
Yeah, and that's what the '80s brought. You
It
know?
really did, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say that's gonna excellent. I want to say excellent.
I agree. I think it's excellent also.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Ooh, is this the original?
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, this is... I think it should go without saying. This is one of, if not, the best horror movies ever filmed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have all that craziness of, like, what happened to, like, the cast and, like, the set and everything.
Yeah.
But just looking at the movie just on its own merits, like, it's just so good. And it holds up so well.
It does, and to this day, it does. You know, it's just, God, man. I mean, I watched it when I was young, and I still have nightmares about it. And I mean, especially since a lot of people say, and there's actual documentation that it was based on a true story. You know, of course, they changed some things. I believe the real story, it was a male, not a female, and that alone brings a lot of scariness to the table. So
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, without further ado, that movie absolutely has.
Without question, I think it's up here.
Yeah, the best.
I don't even think it's up for debate.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Yeah. Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Woo! Yes, sir. Man.
First rule of Fight Club.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
No. What are we doing, right?
Yeah.
This needs to be down here because we can't talk about it.
Did this movie even happen?
Suspect.
Yeah. Man, God, that was such a great soundtrack.
Mhm.
And man, that movie was nuts. What a mind trip that movie was.
It was.
Period. I mean, Brad Pitt did terrific in it. You know, I mean, when that movie came out and you were watching it for the first time, just a spin, especially at the end. That movie was just wild to me.
It did have that twist.
Yeah.
And then it also it spawned off a lot of wannabes. There were a lot of movies that came out like after this that were trying to be Fight Club, you know, in their own certain way. But none of those were, I don't think, ever as good as this one.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think it's at least an excellent.
Yeah, I agree. Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, that's where it's going.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, man.
That's one that I don't think I've seen.
What?
Yeah,
You
I don't
have
think I've
to
seen this
see
movie.
it, man.
Yeah.
God, it was Jack Nicholson did such a phenomenal job in it.
We'll have to see it just because he's in it.
Yeah. So it was. Do you know what it was about?
I don't.
So Jack Nicholson was being charged. I believe it was murder, and he claimed insanity, and he thought he was getting a great deal rather than going to jail. And it turns out, man, that wasn't the case.
Oh, no way.
And he ends up, you know, just. I mean, they were doing the shock treatment. I forgot what that's medically called.
Electrotherapy.
Yeah, and all these other things.
They sent him to like the Looney.
Yeah,
the Looney bin.
Yeah, and man, he ended up turning out to be, you know, crazy in the end. So, great movie.
Wow.
Great movie. I'm gonna have to go with. I want to say very good.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need more down here, right? There's a lot that we have in the upper half. But I mean, to its credit, there's so many of these movies are fantastic.
Yeah,
they're
like,
so good. Yeah,
okay,
Forrest
come
Gump.
on, Forrest Gump.
That's
Yeah.
the next one.
Oh man, so this one is another one that you watch every time it comes on TV, and you know you can quote
Yes.
throughout the day.
Absolutely.
And you learn from this movie. You know what I mean?
You really do. Yeah, there's a lot of character development in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
and
much.
it's and these are one of those movies that when you watch, especially when you're younger, it kind of sticks with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, there's certain scenes that I could still replay in my head, like from beginning to end. That's how much it stuck with me.
Yeah, and you know, it's what I loved about this movie was that it had real life real time situations in it that are gonna be issues for people. You know, no matter how much technology makes our life or tries to make our life better, you just have these, you know, issues in life that you have to overcome. You know, like whether it's disability, whether it's financial issues, you know, and you just watch how him and his mom and other people, you know, Jenny, you know, another one, you know, had issues in her life
that's
too.
true.
And you watch how they overcome them, and some don't. You know, whether it's mental health issues, and you can take off of that and be like, you know what, like I'm not the only one, or they were able to overcome it, and it's just very quotable, phenomenal, great movie.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Like you said, very realistic, and like some characters do well, others not so much. Very reminiscent of just like life in itself.
Yeah.
But man, what a story! What a story it has to tell from
Yeah.
beginning to end. This movie was just it stuck with me, and I think it's great.
Yeah, timeless. The best. I have to say so.
I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah.
I love Forrest Gump so much. Can always go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Here's another one where I'm gonna be leaning on you because I don't think I've seen this movie.
Okay, Get Out. Man. That's a great movie. And it caught me by surprise how good it was. You know, the story took a turn that I did not expect, and I'm gonna have to. I feel like it's and for a scary movie, it's a category in its own, I believe.
Okay.
How
would you rank it against its peers?
I would have to say very good.
Very good?
Yeah.
Okay. So right in there with Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
and Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Man, what a film.
Whew. Yeah.
You want to talk about action?
Yeah, absolutely.
You get some action here.
For real. And man, I feel like Joaquin Phoenix is such an underrated actor.
Honestly, yeah.
Man,
he really is.
He's such a great actor, and he could play any role. You know, I mean, Russell Crowe too.
That's true. Yeah, they're very like
versatile
actors.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they can adapt. So, man, the plot for this was just terrific, and you know, man, and what people don't understand about this movie that I think is just great, especially if you're into philosophy, was that Commodus was the son of Marcus Aurelius, who was a great, phenomenal emperor, and I mean, just, you know, way ahead of his time with philosophy. To this day, if you read the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, you can apply them to everyday, life. Stoicism is one of the great philosophies that I believe people should just practice. Period. Especially if you want to be very successful in life. And he was one of the last great emperors of the Roman times. So yeah, and Commodus was that child that was like, all right, he's going to be the emperor, but everybody was like, nah, he shouldn't be. Very immature. It's like one of those things like, phenomenal father, I'm going to pass down my, my rank to you, and you're going to run this country, and he just completely...
Not so phenomenal son.
Yeah.
That just blows it.
Yeah. So, little history fact about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great movie. I think it should go in excellent? Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's very, very, very good.
Yeah.
Maybe not up here with like some of these powerhouses, but
Yeah.
very good movie.
See, this is...
Ooh.
yeah, this is gonna be tough for me.
This is gonna be tough for me too.
I just think these are terrific, absolutely terrific movies, man. Like, God, like, and you appreciate them the older you get.
Yeah, honestly,
you do. And
you pick up on more and more little details that were put in by the director.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, the first one especially. Well, 1 and 2, I think were both very fucking good.
Yeah, just, man, like, you can't remake. This is gonna be another movie you can't remake, and it's gonna go down in history. It's like, I feel like The Godfathers are like Leonardo da Vinci's art. Like, they're just timeless. Like, they are a work of art. And they get better with time. Like,
Yeah, timeless movies. You can watch any of these at any point, and you're gonna finish the movie being like, "Damn, that was very, very good."
Yeah. I'm gonna let you rank this one because, this is literally a part of my childhood.
Oh man.
And the reason, I'm Italian, so like I relate to this movie, so like, not that I'm saying like I was in the like, just like, it's like,
for sure,
it's a part of my culture.
Absolutely.
So
I understand. Me, not so much, but I really enjoyed them for what they were. And my dad, he grew up during that time in New York. So 1 and 2, I would probably put in the best.
Yeah. I feel like the third one was really good, but not like 1 and 2.
Just, yeah, again, the same as I said before, it was just missing something. It just wasn't as good for me.
Yeah.
Still very good. I would still probably put it here.
Yeah.
In excellent.
I agree with that. Okay, Gone Girl. Please tell me you've seen this movie.
I haven't seen
I have a
Gone Girl.
feeling you didn't. God, man. It was really good.
Was it?
Really good movie. Great story. A great ending. And phenomenal acting.
Okay. Sounds like it's at least an excellent.
Yeah.
Based on what you're saying.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to go with very good.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
So just a little something that wasn't there to give it the push up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Okay.
don't feel like it's a timeless classic movie. And it's not something I would I wouldn't watch it every time it's on TV.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like one of those like, man, that was great. And because it had such a great ending, it's like you're not gonna, because you had such a shock at the end that you're just not gonna feel the same when you watch it again.
True. Yeah. There's a lot of movies like that. Like once you've seen it the first time, you're spoiled, and it's not going to give you the same feeling that it gave you the first go around.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
God.
Goodfellas.
Yo,
Wow.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, phenomenal. Absolutely terrific.
The cast. It was like an all-star fucking cast in this movie.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And man, like it was raw. It was so raw. And man, it's just, God, man, Ray Liotta.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's sad that he passed away.
I know. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But man, he did some great work.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
This movie, so good. I could go back at any point and watch this movie and have a blast.
And that was also based on a true story.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Shit.
It was Ray Liotta's character, man. I highly recommend you guys look up the documentary on that and research that. I mean, that whole scene with JFK when they jacked the goods off that plane and everything, that really happened.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. No, if you haven't seen Goodfellas, please watch it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're below the age of 12, don't watch it. But otherwise, please go out and watch this film. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. You have to. That's going to like the best for me.
I would also put it in the best.
Yeah.
I think it's just a timeless classic.
Yeah. The Green Mile, another one.
Wow, such a good movie. We are getting like a string of like just bomb ass movies here in a row.
God, so another great cast, another great story. Like this is another classic. This is another movie that I watch every time it's on TV, and no matter what, my emotions get pulled in so many different directions.
Oh man, no, to say that this movie is emotional is an understatement.
Yeah.
It will destroy you
Yes.
emotionally.
God.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a scene where you will cry. Like if you haven't seen this movie
Maybe
before,
a couple.
you are going to cry.
Yeah, maybe a couple of scenes.
Probably a couple scenes, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me, excellent. I'm sorry, I don't like.
No, yeah,
You have to give the credit where it's due.
Absolutely. No, it runs you through an emotional ringer.
Yeah.
But you come out of it just, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Again, I'm not sure which Avengers this is, and I can't.
It might be like Age of Ultron, but I haven't seen it. I can
Yeah.
tell you I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, and I have to. I love Marvel, so I do have to watch these.
I got to get out on that too.
Yeah.
Because there were so many superhero films for a while that I just kind of was put off by it, and I didn't really watch any of them.
Yeah.
And so,
All right, Inglourious Bastards.
Have I seen this one? I don't think so.
What?
I don't think I've seen
All right.
Glorious Bastards.
Absolutely great movie. Another movie you can constantly quote. Great cast. Terrifically done. So I'm gonna have to say I want to say it's very good.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. It's also gonna be a classic. So.
But you wouldn't watch it every time it's on TV.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Moving on
Okay.
to Interstellar.
Interstellar, absolutely terrific. Matthew McConaughey, great actor. He did phenomenal in this movie. It's another movie that kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you get these feelings like, it pulls on your heartstrings, on your emotions, and just, man, terrifically done. And it has one of my favorite poems that they use in this movie, Raging Against the Dying of the Light. Just terrifically done. I love this movie, and I like those kind of space movies, to begin with. So, you haven't seen this?
I haven't.
See, it's just, to me, it was terrific.
Yeah, I've listened to the soundtrack though, because I think it was Hans Zimmer that did the soundtrack for this movie.
I'll be honest, I don't know, but I believe it did have a great.
Yeah, no, the soundtrack was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the movie, but I could speak that the music is top notch.
Yeah, it was good. It was so good. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to go with excellent, because I would
Excellent.
absolutely watch this every time it's on TV.
Yeah, that's one that I need to get on. I need to watch Interstellar.
Jaws,
Jaws, classic movie.
classic movie.
Man, I remember watching this with my dad when I was
Yeah.
I was little. I was like 7 or 8 or something, and it just terrified me. Going back now, of course, it's like, oh, well, that's clearly fake. but at the time, man, it left an impression on me as like a 7 or 8-year-old kid for sure.
Yeah, I think in Long Island they have these these events where you can watch Jaws while floating in a lake.
No way, really?
Yeah. It's a classic. And also, what's really cool about this movie is that there was it wasn't done on purpose. There was a UFO sighting in that movie.
No shit.
Yeah, so I highly recommend, if you guys haven't seen it, watch it. If you have seen it, watch it and try to look for that UFO sighting in that movie. It was good. I thought it was terrific.
Yeah, I remember I was really young when I saw it again. I don't think I've saw it since, but I did enjoy it. When I wasn't terrified, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah. So I think, what do you think?
Excellent, maybe?
I would have to say excellent.
I think so.
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially since it's a classic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
All right, The Joker.
The Joker. I have not seen this one.
Oh my
I have
goodness.
not seen this movie.
Man, it was good.
Was it?
It was absolutely good, and it was. It wasn't what everybody. I believe it wasn't what everybody thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that there was a lot of hidden messages in it, as well as, to me, this movie was more artistic than it was a villain type of movie.
Gotcha.
I definitely think that this movie was absolutely out of this park. And once again, Joaquin Phoenix, man, just did such a terrific job. Absolutely great.
Did it have more of a focus on like the psyche of the character, like more so like mental than anything else?
Yeah, it was definitely mental health, and it was also, I believe, it has a lot to do with the way the world will just continuously beat you to the ground, and not, it doesn't matter what you're going through. People are just going to do bad things, and they're going to be, people are just unkind to begin with. Especially, everybody goes to work, and nobody, I don't care how great your job is, nobody really wants to be there. And especially if you're getting paid such a crap salary, you know what I mean? And, people are miserable, and they're just going to push that misery on you. And if you have mental health, complications, then, it's going to do further, it's going to further
Do more damage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I just really, I just believe that was a lot of the messages that are going in that also.
Okay. So a lot of relatable stuff that people can see here and relate to.
Yeah. So I think it was gonna go. I think it should go in excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
We will throw it in excellent.
So I've seen this movie in bits and pieces as well.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Oh
but
my
I've seen
God.
it through, and I thought it was great.
It is. So there's going to be a lot of bias here because this is one of my favorite films ever.
Yeah.
I love Kill Bill so much. It's just so, man. So Tarantino, first of all, he's known for making just fantastic movies, right? Pulp Fiction and all that. Which, yeah, is coming up down here. Let's move this up.
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But no, Kill Bill is like, oh man, like if you were to direct a movie and someone told you to make the most anime live action movie you can, while it's still being very good action, like this was, it's so hard. Again, I have a lot of bias with this movie because it just, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm almost like a fanboy over it.
Dude, it was a great movie.
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah.
But we're talking about, I think, Volume 1 right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in Volume 1, like the ending fight with her against Lucy Liu's character, I don't remember the name. Shame on me.
Dude, I just feel like it was, Quentin Tarantino's movies are always so unique and different, and this was another great example of how he is. I feel like he's gifted at what he does.
As a storyteller, he is so gifted.
Yeah.
And then the cinema too. So the cinematography on this, there were a lot of just scenes when they're fighting in the snow, and the snow's coming down, and they're walking outside the Japanese temple. Like man, the shots are just so beautiful and gorgeous against like the goriness of like the blood and the fighting and everything. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so good for me. It's so good. But being that you've only seen it in bits and pieces, that means I get to put it
Absolutely, I
up
agree with
here.
you. Yeah. And I would have to agree with that. You know.
It is, yeah. You should watch it the whole way through. Same to you guys. Please watch this movie. It will not disappoint.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, here we go.
It's another work of art.
It is.
Man, John Travolta.
Also with Uma Thurman. She's
Yeah.
in both movies.
Absolutely. I felt like the chemistry of those two
Mm-hmm.
were, so it was just awesome. Samuel L. Jackson, the whole
Yes.
the scene where he was quoting the Bible. I mean, come on, you can't. This is another one. There'll never be another one like it, even if they ever
Mhm.
tried to do, a reboot of it, and like, man, like, you can't remake, that kind of art.
Yeah, no, honestly, everyone was at the top of their game in this movie.
Bruce Willis, he was also in it.
Yes.
Man, and I love how a lot of the scenes kind of tied together, and it was just a nonstop, like, wow, this is just nonstop great storytelling.
Yeah, honestly, so I also got I feel similar to this as I do to Kill Bill, where it kind of feels like you're like in a comic book, like you're going through the pages of a comic book reading. It has that kind of a feel to it. So that made me love it even more.
Yeah.
I guess it's the way he films like certain scenes and then transitions to like the next thing. Maybe that's what it is, but oh my god, I love this movie so much.
Yeah.
If this isn't a contender for the best, I think it should be.
It is the best.
All right, it's going up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see, we were gonna try not put as many movies up here, but I just feel so strongly about a lot of these.
Yeah, I agree.
They're so good.
You got to give them the respect that they deserve.
Absolutely.